Ladies and gentlemen, it's very clear to me that a perfect storm is going to hit us economically. And what we do right now will decide how badly we'll be hit or how well we rise above it. So let's just watch on to see what this perfect storm is. At the end of it, I'll give my recommendation to what we should do about it to take advantage of it. Now, it's very clear that there are three storms that are forming up right now that will reshape Singapore in possibly 6 months or 12 months ahead. And it's very important that we right now can radar what's going to come and we do something about it right now. If not, we could be hit very badly by it. Now, the three forces, they are converging right now towards Singapore and to some extent even Malaysia as well. It's once in a generation storm. And it's also possibly going to be an opportunity of a generation, of a lifetime as well. So this window is opening right now and we can take advantage of it or we can be eaten up by it. As I share with you what this three perfect storm is, I know I'm going to get a lot of very negative reaction and most of the people will start blaming government, blaming technology, blaming Trump, blaming politicians, and some of us will just resign to fate and sleepwalk through it. Well, a prepared minority might win this opportunity, and therefore I think I will give you this perspective and let you see what is going to come. Well, the first storm is something that I really talk about it quite a lot, which is what I call the inflation 2.0. And there are also some opportunities that are going to be a rise out of it. Now, I don't need to tell you whether an inflation is coming or not. We all know, we can feel it. It's already here. But we are going to possibly face an increase of this inflation as the Middle East situation gets worse. The inflation situation right now in US is 3.8%, and the consensus is that you will hit 6%. If Donald Trump and the Iranians cannot come to a consensus of how to resolve this situation, then the inflation will continue to burn as oil prices continue to rise and the Straits of Hormuz continue to be choked. As it stands right now, many of the inventories that has been supporting us throughout these 2 months or so is going to run out. So the situation is going to get much worse, and therefore the inflation is set to go even higher. Now, this is now also evident because we can see the 10-year Treasury right now going at 4.6%, and the 30-year Treasury right now rise above 5%, which means we can get risk-free return rate at 5% right now from buying US Treasury. And the whole world will start to peg itself to the US Treasury as well. So there is a high chance right now the US Federal Reserve will not cut interest rate anymore. And in fact, there will be a higher chance that they will increase the interest rate by end of this year. Depends on what will happen in the Middle East situation and also depend what will happen in the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee, how they look at this situation. So higher yields are coming right now and possibly a market correction will come. And whether we take advantage of it not really depends on what we do now. Well, the first thing I think is a no regret move is to quickly top up our CPF and for Malaysian, top up your EPF. Because the return rates of our CPF, if you put it into your ordinary account, is 2.5%. You put it in your special account is 4 to 6%, and including your retirement account as well. And for the Malaysian, you could top up your EPF up to 100,000 ringgit a year. I think your return rates are far higher than the Singaporeans at 6%. Now, even if the stock market were not to fall or won't crash, just putting this up will help to cushion yourself against the worsening effect of inflation because your wealth value will go down if you don't cushion yourself against inflation. Now, if the bond yields will start to rise and there could be higher yields from T-bills, bonds, you could take advantage of it. right? Certain bond return rates are even going to rise and are even high right now. So you could take advantage of it as well. Now, if stock prices were to fall, I'm not saying it will fall, there's the chance it will fall, then there could be a crash buying opportunity that we could take advantage of it as well. So many areas that you can take advantage of. So you're either being eaten up by inflation, or you could take advantage of the higher yields, or at least cushion yourself from the high inflation by taking advantage of your CPF and your EPF. The second storm I want to talk about is the AI storm. Now, I will just say this: the the AI storm, it's already here. It is not if, it's a matter of will, and the will, we already have visibility of it. The Microsoft CEO, AI CEO called Sulaiman has already came out and said that white collar jobs will be replaced by AI within 12 to 18 months. We're talking about all white collar jobs, not talking about just some white collar jobs. And in fact, today, as we speak, many white collar jobs can be replaced by AI. It's just that the adoption of AI is still on the learning curve, but it's a very steep learning curve. I would just say things like legal work, legal review, contract lawyers, contracting, drafting, accounting, marketing, project management, all this software coding, all this will be replaced by AI in a very big way. And AI right now is going into agentic AI, which simply means that these are AI that can help you do work to replace some of your work. So it is very clear right now that this window is not very far away. It's within 6 months. That you don't do something right now, something will happen to you after that. For some of you, I'm not even sure whether you have 6 months to wait. So this is something very real, and there's nothing politicians can do to overcome this. So the only thing that you could do is to quickly harness it. And I'll give you some advice later. This gives rise to what economists call K-shaped economy. So the K-shaped economy, at a higher part, the K are AI early adopters or AI adopters. So these are people who adopted AI, whether in their work, in their employment, or as businesses, are able to 5 times, 10 times their capability and output. So there are also a lot of companies and agencies that are a lot able to harness the power of AI right now and deploy this to multiply the capability. So these are people that will rise above it. So it's the upper leg of the K. The lower leg of the K are people who I call AI spectators or AI laggards. These are unfortunately people who take their time and learn AI very slowly or just watch AI eat themselves up. So I'll just say this: don't be an AI laggard or spectator. AI will surely come and eat your lunch. So take some time every day, 30 minutes, watch some YouTube videos on AI and just pick up yourself. You don't even need to attend any courses. AI is very easy to pick up. I pick up quite a lot of AI by myself, and I wish that many of you could do the same thing as well. The last storm I want to talk about is the Malaysian RTS storm. So the Malaysian Singapore RTS Link is going to be set up and ready by end of this year. With the RTS Link set up, the connectivity becomes very smooth between JB and Singapore. And it's just a 5-minute drive. So the RTS Link is not just a train, it's now a powerful economic merger of 2 labor market and 2 business market. And it is going to be open up end of this year. So this is coming without a doubt. With the RTS Link, a few 100,000s of passengers will be able to travel smoothly between the 2 countries. And right now, they are talking about a fare, not very high, $7 or $5. I don't know the detail. And it's going to be clearance of custom on one side only. So things are very smooth moving forward. And there's going to be a huge flow of traffic from both ends. With the RTS link opening up, I will have to say this. People in retail businesses in Singapore, you're going to be hit very badly because many Singaporeans will start to travel northwards towards JB for F&B, restaurants, and hairdressing, beauty salons, spa, dentists, simple basic healthcare, your medicine, which are much cheaper in Malaysia, groceries, entertainment, servicing, car servicing, and entertainment, and so on. So weekday, weekend, and night travels are going to be a lot easier. So things are just going to move easily on both sides. Now, I'll just say this as well. There are going to be a lot of Malaysians coming to Singapore to holiday as well. The purchasing power of the Malaysians are getting stronger and stronger. And we are also going to see a lot of Malaysians hungrier, well educated, and many of them are educated in Singapore anyway. They're going to come daily commute into Singapore to work. And this is going to eat our lunch. So I think it's very important that we get ourselves ready. So this is clearly a perfect storm. There's a financial storm that's coming, which is inflation 2.0. There is an AI storm that's already hit us right now that's going to disrupt our jobs. And there is a Malaysian storm that's called the RTS Link coming up. So one will hit our wealth in terms of the inflation, one will hit our income in terms of our AI, and one will hit possibly your employer or even your businesses, which is the RTS Link. All these three will come together right smack within 6 months. So what do you do? Well, I'll just say this. It's very easy to sit back and sulk, blame government, blame Donald Trump, blame AI, blame God, blame someone. Well, I would just say it's not helpful to keep blaming and find ways to resist it. Start taking advantage of it right now. Build an opportunity to ride this thing. Number one, quickly top up your CPF as high as possible and your EPF as well. Take advantage of it. Number two, win the AIK shape economy curve. Make sure you're on the one that's rising and not the one that's falling. Learn AI 30 minutes a day. Very easy to learn, especially older people, the easier to learn. AI favors older people, and all the older people, you have got no excuse to learn. I pick it up very fast, and after an initial phase of resistance, because all of us have this mental block, it's very easy to learn. And last is for those people that are going to be hit or relevant to this opportunity in JB, go walk the ground in JB a lot more. I'm already half staying there. I can see opportunities flooding the streets and the market. Go take advantage of it. The most important is really our mindset. Stop blaming, start building, taking advantage of it. Take ownership of your financial future, take ownership of your wealth, take ownership of your job and your career and your business. The window is a very short window. It's not 6 years, it's only 6 months. Take advantage of this right now. I'll just say this in closing. This is a perfect storm that I rarely see and is coming very fast. This could also be an opportunity of lifetime. So whether you are hit by it or you rise above it really depends on what you do right now. And it is very important that our mindset got to be right to take advantage of this situation. Let me hear your comments, and I'll be happy to address this later in the live stream. Thank you and goodbye.